Mario! In this video I'm going to be taking a look at putting all the holes in the walls for the windows and doors and getting all those in. So it should only take one video to explain how to do this, and then hopefully we will go back and put the windows and doors in. So since I saw you last, I've got the internal one there sort of done. Just a couple of things. The plans don't show what this distance is from here to here to the end of there. So at this stage I've just made it 600 past that outside wall there. Just a little thing that you might find quite useful as well is using the extend feature, which is something that I noticed and used. So say for instance we want to draw a line and we want the line to say continue that there but from over here. So what we can do is click on there and just pull things down to there using the extend feature like that. I don't know if you saw that, but you can see that. So we just click on there, drag it down to where we want to start the line, and that's using the little extend feature, which can be quite handy at times, and I used that a couple of times in completing all of the walls. So let's just have another look at that again. You can push, you can click obviously in the home up here, you can push L for line, or you can just type in L for line with your left hand or whatever hand's not on the mouse. So there's there, so just drag it down to the extend, it'll start there and carry on from there. And that's a handy little feature there that you could use sometimes, provided that you have the, I think it's the dynamic input turned on. I'm not sure whether it's one of these little keys on here, not sure exactly which one. Dynamic input, it's off in this case, but you can turn the dynamic input on as well, which is another helpful little feature there. So L for line. With dynamic input, it's just sort of telling you, giving you lengths and things as you go. So that's dynamic input there, just telling you, giving you your angle and what have you there. So dynamic input. Sometimes it pays to turn that off as certain features depend on the dynamic input. So I've got it turned off there. I think it's that one there. I'll turn it off. So you can see if these are toggle switches, blue is on and they're toggled for off. So let's just have a look now at some of these windows. And if we go back to our base plan here, we can see that the windows are labelled there 1200 by 1400, 800 by 1200, but it's not clear what order they are done in. Is the 1200 the width or is that the height? So probably the best way to do this is to Control 0 and go to the elevations, and we can see that these little ones here by the door, these windows here are all of the same height, and so on, and these ones here are similar. So just interpreting what we see, this window here in the kitchen is slightly higher than these two here. So just going back up a page and zooming in a little bit here using the zoom tool, we can see that they're probably in the order of the height of the window first and then the width, the height and then the width. So this one here is a meter high, 1400, this is 800 high. So just remember it's the height and the width. So the width of the gap that we want is the second number, and we can see there in the master bedroom that's making sense there. So the width that we want is the second number, and you can see here for the doors we've got 760, and it's a little bit of now bit of a issue as to what these returns on the doors would be, and I'm looking for those, and I'm looking here. I know that the hallway is a 900 wide, and we've got a 760 door, so that's going to give us a 140 difference. 900 minus 760, 140. Half of that is 70. So I'm going to go with a 70 mil return on these doors. I'm going to make those 70 mils, which, you know, seems about reasonable. Reasonable there for the 70 mil return just in there, just for making the holes. So let's come here and to here, and this window here, remember it's a 1400. So where to position it? I'm going to position that window in the middle of that wall. So I'm going to make that a 1400 there. So let's just go line, enter. I'm just going to put a little line in there, and I'm going to put that line, I'm going to find the middle using the little, there's the middle there, the little triangle, and I'm just going to put a little line up there. Okay, now my window is 1400 wide, so I'm going to offset 700 either side of that. So offset, enter, 700, enter, enter. Oh, no, that's not right. Offset, enter, 700, and I'm going to put that there, one that side, one that side. Right, and then I can just get rid of that one there, just delete that, and then trim, TR, trim, like so, and that puts that window in there. So that's my wall, that's my wall line there, that's that window in there. I've got a door to put in here. It's a 610 door, so I'm going to put that in the middle. So line, enter, find the middle, or find the middle of here, would be the there like that. Offset that 305, half of 610, 305, and there and there. Delete that, and then do a trim, TR, double hit, and there's that doorway in there. Now we've got a window to go in here, and just looking at that window there, I think it's in the it's going to be in the middle of the room, but it's going to be in the middle of the middle of the room in there. So what I could do there is I could just draw a line from here like that down to there. There's many ways of doing this. Draw a line, find the middle of that. Okay, the middle of that one there is there, come through to there. Okay, so that's my center point. Now that window is a 1400, so I'm going to go offset, make sure I get my full offset, enter, 700, enter, and I'm just going to go there and there. So that's my thing. So now I can just delete all these construction lines here. Delete. Just notice I'm still working in wall lines. Trim, double hit, and I can just trim out that, trim out that, trim out that, and there's my window for that room there, and so on and so on. So I'm just going to do a door in here, which is a 760 door. So just do a line here. Just make sure you be a bit careful where you pick the. Well, you can just do that if you want, and then just go offset, enter, 760. Half of that's 380 for there, and let's just go there and there. It's all good. and then just do some trimming, TR double hit, and we can sort of take all of that out of there, that out of there, that out of there, and we can delete that. And there we go. That's getting doors and windows in. Just make sure you get the right dimensions. Remember, with the windows, it's the second figure that is the width. The first one is the height of the window. And so I'm going to go away and get all those spaces and what have you sorted out, ready for coming back with the next video. And in the next video, we will be putting in the doors and windows. All good. Cheers. See you.